Tonight's story, Feet of Clay, tells of Agnes Flack and Sidney McMurdo, who both had the true golfing spirit and so were able to win through to the 18th hole of happiness, despite the bunkers of temptation along the way.
I'll drop you off in Toulon. I can change in town.
Oh, Sidney, I shall miss you.
I know, Agnes, but never mind. You can always pick up the odd part at the clubhouse.
Yes, but it won't be the same. Oh, why can't you tell that boss of yours that this is our first holiday together since we got engaged?
He wouldn't understand. He doesn't even play golf.
Bit of an atheist.
He's obsessed with the idea that I was employed to sell insurance.
Oh, well. It's only for a few days. I'll find something to do, I suppose.
Tell you what. Your short game's a bit shaky. How about a bit of work on the practice hole this afternoon?
No. I think those 18 holes this morning have set me up for the day. I feel more like a swim now, actually. So when you're back in stuffy old London, think of me, splashing about, thinking of you. And how much I love you, you big bow hunk.
Me too.
Hip hip, my love.
Back Friday.
Well, I was in a bit of a tight spot, I can tell you. I was just pulling out of this deep dive when the other wing fell off. Had to make a three-point landing in Oxford Street. And this was the self-same plane in which I had taught Limburg to loop the loop. Yes, indeed. Cheers. There you are, dear lady. You're fully recovered now.
I'm sorry, I don't think we've met.
Yes, you probably don't recognize me with my clothes on, but it was I that saved you from the briny today.
Oh, it was you!
No, don't thank me. Please, dear lady, I'm always saving people's lives, and they will keep thanking me. It was nothing. Nothing at all. Different, of course, if there'd been sharks.
Sharks?
The sharks tend to get in the way and hamper a man. I remember once when I saved the life of Princess Pearl of Sarawak, there were half a dozen of them in the bay, horsing about and behaving as if they owned a place. I had to teach them a sharp lesson with my Boy Scout's pocket knife.
You must lead a very exciting life.
Well, I am something of a cosmopolite, dear lady. I was born in this country, of course, and have even served my sovereign in various positions of trust, such as Deputy Master of the Royal Buckhounds, but all my life I've been a rover. I flit to and fro. Yesterday, Pernambuco, tomorrow, China, possibly the South Pole. Fosdike's the name, dear lady. Captain Jack Fosdike.
And I'm... Agnes Flack.
Flack. Yes, I once spent a weekend down at an old boy's place called Flack. It was in Sandy Bay, Bermuda.
Oh, Josiah Flack.
Yes, that's the chap. Amazing place. Absolute palace. They tell me he's one of the richest men in the world. Bit pathetic, really. An old man like that rolling in the stuff with absolutely no chick or child.
Yes, he's my uncle. How was he?
Very frail. Not long for this world, Your uncle, you say?
Yes.
Good Lord. Well, come and have a cocktail, dear lady. You're an only child, are you?
Yes.
Yes, no cousins?
No.
Two of the usual, please, Harry, and easy on the Quantro.
Yes, sir.
I think you'll find this will pick you up after your little adventure.
Oh, thank you. You swim wonderfully.
Well, I was always a pretty fair swimmer. I remember once, for a dare, swimming the English Channel at midnight. Backstroke, of course. Well, I was taking a degree in astronomy at the time. Yes, I learned to swim when I was 2 months old in the lake at Wapshot Castle. Wapshot on the Wap, by the way, the family seat. I get there when I can. Plenty of riding.
You ride, do you?
Well, steeplechasing, you know, I like the spice of danger. Ever seen the Grand National?
No, not yet. I suppose you have.
Won it a couple of times. I remember the second time Lady Astor said to me I ought to saw a leg off, give the other fellows a chance. I remember Beaverbrook and I being very amused at that one. Yes. Thanks very much, Harry.
You seem to be marvellous at everything.
I am, yes.
Do you play golf?
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, scratch, of course.
Perhaps we might have a game tomorrow.
Sorry, not tomorrow. No, I have to lunch in town. Bit of a bore, but Stanley's insisting.
Stanley?
Baldwin. But when I get back, perhaps I could give you a game. I may be able to give you 1 or 2 pointers. Bobby Jones told me he would never have won the American Open if he hadn't studied my swing.
You know Bobby Jones?
Well, Bob always says we're like brothers.
I once got his autograph.
Say the word, dear lady, and I'll get you a signed photograph.
What was that again?
I said I'd made a dreadful mistake, Sidney. Our engagement is at an end, and the photograph standing on my dressing table as of even date will be that of Captain Jack Fosdike, to whom I am now betrothed.
Agnes!
No. I'm sorry, Sidney. But from now on, we meet only as friends. If you like, I'll be a sister to you.
There's no need for threats, thank you very much. I've already loaded up with sisters almost to capacity. All I require from you, Agnes, in the circumstances, is the whereabouts of this Fosdike reptile.
Captain Fosdike has rented the cottage behind the hotel, Cozy Cot. Why do you ask?
As I intend to seek him out, take him by the scruff of the neck, shake him like a rat, and then sock him in the eye.
Indeed. I think when you meet him, you may very well find reason to revise your schedule.
Is that so?
That is so.
Do come in.
Captain Fosdike,
The same.
pleased to meet you.
Naturally.
Could I have a word with you?
1,000, my dear fellow, in any language.
English?
Fine, I speak it fluently.
It's with reference to your sneaking my girl.
Oh, I see. You must be this McMurdo bud. You were engaged, I believe, until I came along.
We were.
You might tell Miss Flack when you see her that I've found the elephant gun I mentioned. She wanted to see the notches on it.
You have notches on your elephant gun?
I have notches on all my guns.
Ah, but what are you doing with an elephant gun at the seaside?
It's as well to be prepared, and not merely for elephants. I once put a hole through an Arab slave trader in the Casbah.
Why?
That's where he happened to be.
Why did you shoot him?
I see. He smirched the honours of the Fosdikes. And when some ballybounder smirches the honour of the Fosdikes, I invariably shoot him like a dog.
What sort of dog?
Any sort of dog.
I see. And tell me, would you consider that being socked in the eye smirched the honour of the Fosdikes?
Huh. Strange you should ask that. I was once socked in the eye by the skipper of a Japanese pirate junk. When they buried him, the little port had seldom seen a costlier funeral.
I see. Well, in that case, I think I'll take a stroll along the beach.
Quite understandable.
Well, nice to have met you.
It always is. Drop it again sometime. I'll show you my Tommy gun.
I'm so sorry. I didn't hurt you, did I? Oh, now, don't cry.
Something in my eye.
Oh.
I can't see.
Hang on a moment. Just look up. Yeah, how's that?
Perfect. Oh.
Oh?
It's you.
Me?
I've waited so long. So long.
I'm sorry, am I late?
My man.
I beg your pardon?
I love you. Kiss me.
Good God!
Philistines. Come hither.
Hither?
Hark to the wavelets plashing on the shore. Are they singing us songs of old Greece, of Triton blowing on his wreathed horn?
I'm afraid I really couldn't tell you. I'm a stranger here myself.
I too. It is my fate to be a stranger everywhere. I live a life alone, aloof, wrapped in my dreams. 'Tis ever thus with the artist.
You're a painter?
In ink, not oils. I depict the souls of men and women. I am Cora Spotsworth.
Oh. The Cora Spotsworth, eh?
Tell me. Did you think me abrupt when I said I loved you?
Oh, no, that's just the sort of thing I like to hear.
It needs but a glance, don't you think, to recognize one's mate?
Oh, sure.
Especially when you've lived and loved before. You remember the old days in Egypt.
Egypt?
Egypt. Antony.
Sydney's the name. McMurdo. Sydney George.
In your present incarnation, possibly. But once, long ago, you were Mark Antony, and I was Cleopatra.
Oh. Yes. All comes back to me now.
Oh, what is time in the essence?
About 4:20.
The world would say I'd known you a mere half hour. In Egypt, I was in your arms in 40 seconds.
Oh, quick service, eh?
'Twas ever my way. I was saying once to Mr. Spotsworth, life...
Hang on a moment. Is there a Mr. Spotsworth?
Not now, he left me.
The low hound.
He'd no option. He was hit by a truck. Oh. You remember the Nile?
We're back in the old days now, are we?
Yes.
Oh, you betcha.
Yes. The old days of wine and roses, the vine leaves in the hair, the bacchanalian routs, the new Cullen feasts. Oh, Antony.
Yes.
Will you buy me a nut sundae?
Oh, yes, right.
All right, Sidney McMurdo. I'm not going to beat about the bush. Who was that lady I saw you with?
That was no lady. That was my fiancée.
You're engaged?
And how?
But, Sidney, you can't marry a woman who looks like a snake with hips.
She has every right to look like a snake with hips. In a former incarnation, Agnes, she was Cleopatra. I was Antony.
You must be crazy.
Not at all. Admittedly, at our first meeting, some such thought did cross my mind, but it's readily explained, Agnes, she's a novelist. Perhaps you've heard of her? Cora McGuffey Spotsworth?
But, Sidney, she can't be.
She has documents to prove it.
Sidney, she's awful. Her publisher's slogan for her is Spotsworth for blushes. You can't marry a woman who has to write her love scenes on asbestos.
Well, what about you, then, eh? Marrying an international plug ugly who shoots people with an elephant gun.
Only Arab slave traders.
Even Arab slave traders are God's children.
Not when they go about smirching people's honours. Anyway, he knows Bobby Jones.
So does Bobby Jones, grocer. Does he play golf himself?
Beautifully.
So does Cora.
Oh, really? I'd have thought she'd have been more at home, luring men's souls to shoals of sin and all that.
Oh, she expects to win the women's singles.
Over my dead body.
That would be a mashy shot. She's wonderful with a mashy.
Oh, well. Good luck with the engagement, Sidney. I only hope you'll be very happy together.
Oh, I'll be all right. I'm about the luckiest man alive.
Yes, well, it's lucky we found out our mistake in time, isn't it?
No, I'll say.
I mean, even if we had been married, I should have flown to Jack.
And I should have flown to Cora.
Jack once killed a lion with a sardine opener.
Cora once danced with the Prince of Wales.
Twice, actually. After that, I had to refuse him. There might have been talk. Good gracious.
And good gracious to you, too.
Mrs. Spotsworth, Agnes Flack.
Ah. The hickory-shafted brassy you were telling me about.
Oh, the Egyptian mummy you were telling me about.
I see. Ooh, those vibrations. Strange. Strange, I find them disturbing.
Yes, I'm not too crazy about yours, either.
Yes. I feel our personalities have clashed in some former time. But who are you? The Witch of Endor?
Now, look here.
Hippolyte, warrior queen of the Amazons.
You're getting closer.
Who knows? I only sense that we have met before. Just as we are destined to meet again in conflict. Perhaps on some future, far distant planet.
Or perhaps in the women's singles. Sidney tells me you play a little.
No, I play a great deal. And now I must go and get my club. Sidney, my love. I'll see you on the first tee, when you can get away. Oh, those vibrations.
Oh, I'd like to vibrate her. And you think that's going to win the women's singles?
Why not?
Oh, she'd be all very well popping out of a pie at a bachelor party, but on a golf course.
Oh, you wait. You wait till you see her game. Besides, I shall be there giving her all the encouragement you said you found so helpful.
Oh, will you? Well, I shan't need your encouragement any longer, Sidney McMurdo, because from now on I shall get all the encouragement I need from Captain Fosdike. And if Captain Fosdike isn't a king among men, then I didn't know a king among men when I see one.
Yes, you're a pretty shrewd judge, dear lady. Now, McMurdo, must you leave us? Stuart.
King among men. Bloomers.
Not overly likable, this McMurdo bird. Puts me in mind of an axe murderer I once had occasion to reprimand in Limehouse. Stuart, 2 stingers, please.
Just a minute, Jack.
Huh?
Did you see that?
Yes. Yes, not a bad swipe. 243 yards, if my eyes don't deceive me, which, of course, they never do.
She's got no right to drive like that. Woman who looks as though she'd be more at home naked on a bearskin rug with somebody sipping champagne out of her slippers.
I remember once, for a bet, drinking champagne out of the slippers of the entire harem of the Sultan of Zuen. 8 magnums in all. Took a pretty steady hand, I can tell you, especially with open-toed gold lame sandals.
Jack, I think I've got a bit of a fight on my hands.
Well, on that one back, old girl.
That's what he used to say to me.
Yes, a fellow of infinite monotony. What? Reminds me, did I tell you of the time I played Hamlet at the Krakow National Theatre? In Poland. In Polish, naturally.
Excuse me, Jack. I've got to drive off.
Splendid shot. Rather like one I played in a friendly against Walter Hagen in 25.
This isn't going to be easy.
Ah, nonsense, dear lady. You'll walk it. I only hope it keeps fine for you.
Sydney, my love, I think it's going to rain.
Eh? Oh, yes, wouldn't be surprised. Come on, old thing. 1 up, 12 to go.
Sydney, I'm a child of the sun.
Yeah, never mind. Come on.
I said, it definitely looks as if we're going to be in for a spot of rain.
Ooh, I hope so. I play my best in dirty weather. And I'm going to need to if I'm going to keep up with this one, let alone beat her.
Sydney, it's raining.
Ah, yes, it's a bit fresh.
It's not fresh. It's pouring with rain, and I don't like it.
Well, the sooner you drive off, the sooner you'll be out of it, won't you?
I say...
What?
Well, what about this?
What?
This very rain.
Oh, that's a spot of Scotch mist.
Don't you think you ought to chuck it?
Oh, give out the match.
That's the idea.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jack. I was concentrating on the game. Just for a moment there, I thought you were serious. That's what I like about you, your race, your wit. Sydney, I can't go on. I quit.
You must go on.
You could always concede.
Concede in a pig's eye, all square and two to go. You're home and dry. Well, home anyway.
Only niece of Josiah Flack. Only niece of Josiah Flack. Only niece of Josiah.
Ah! Now look what you made me do.
Hey!
My you spent one past incarnation as a Spanish inquisitor.
And the past to the present. Cora McGuffey's hot what? Play!
So, McMurdo. 18's held and still all square. All depends on these putts, then.
Precisely, Fosdike.
Bingo! All I want is a 3-foot putt, and I won the championship. I haven't missed a 3-foot putt since my kindergarten days. Oh, Jack. Look, I'm sorry if I was a bit short with you before. But you see, when a person... Good dog. Stay. Trust. Trust. Shoo. No.
Hey, excuse me. You can't move that dog.
What?
It's a hazard.
Oh, nonsense.
I beg your pardon, it is. I mean, if you land in casual water, you don't just mop it up, you play out of it.
Yes.
Same thing with a casual dog.
See? Local rule, eh? Yes, similar to an incident in Kashmir, I remember. A tiger picked up my ball in the rough. I stalked it to the green, potted it between the eyes, it coughed the ball into the cup for a hole-in-one.
Ah. There's nothing in the rules to say that a spectator couldn't pick up a casual dog on the course and fondle it, is there?
No, I suppose not.
Jack, dear, do you think you could pick up that little doggy and fondle it, and while doing so, do you think you could hold its little head over the hole?
Wait a minute, dear lady, look, this is the sort of thing that has to be looked at from all angles. I mean, peaks can be awfully nippers. They make sudden darts at your ankles.
You like a spice of danger, don't you?
No, within reason, dear lady, yes, within reason.
You once killed a lion with a sardine opener.
Yes, but first I quelled him with the power of the human eye. You see, the trouble with peaks is that they're short-sighted, so you can't see the human eye and you can't quell them with it.
What have you got down there?
If I got, yes, certainly if.
Jack, you're not afraid of a little dog, are you?
Afraid of a dog? Oh, that'd make the boys at Buckingham Palace laugh. Jack Fosdike, Deputy Master of the Royal Buckhounds. Oh, who knew?
Jack, if you don't get that beastly dog out of my way, I shall lose this match.
Well, what does it matter, dear lady? Mere tiddly seaside competition.
Our engagement is at an end.
Oh. Don't say that.
I do say that.
Is my little angel interfering with your hockey-knocking? Sorry. Why, hello, Captain Fosdike. You here? Come on in and give me a cocktail.
She's gone into the bar. You'll have to chip out from there. Difficult shot. I'd use a niblick.
I've met that lady somewhere before, but I can't place her. Who is she?
One of the idle rich.
Idle rich?
That's Lulabelle Sprocket, the Sprocket superfine sardine heiress. Worth 100 million in her own right.
In her own right? You mean she can actually lay her hands on the stuff? Good Lord. Well, I say. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Well. Dear lady, did I hear you say something about breaking off our engagement? Righty-ho, dear lady, righty-ho, just as you wish. I shall watch your future career with interest. Oh.
I can see the match.
Might as well.
Dog's out of bounds anyway.
So you're one of the sardine family.
I hope it doesn't show.
It was a Sprocket superfine sardine opener I used to kill a giant shark that was terrorizing a community off the shores of Long Island. Caused quite a stir at the time. There've even been talk of film rights, but I don't know.
Oh, Sydney, I'm sorry I was such a fool. We'll get married under an arch of niblicks.
Nothing can stop us now, my love. Fire, flood, pestilence or earthquake. We'll get married next week.
Sydney, we can't.
Why not?
It's the mixed foursomes.
You came back, my conqueror. I knew you would. The moment I saw that face, I knew it was you. My own Genghis Khan.